Okay, in this video, we're going to show you how to install JoliOS, which is the JoliCloud operating system, or actually Joli if you want to speak French, JoliCloud. So, what this is, it's a Linux-based operating system, and it's very lightweight. And it's a cloud-based operating system, so all your apps are in the cloud. And you could actually, if you run Google Chrome, the browser, as your browser, you can actually use JoliCloud right from Chrome. If you notice here above the window here, it says check out JoliCloud, the #1 portable desktop on the Chrome Web Store, and you can actually install it from here. But what we're going to do here is we're going to focus on installing JoliOS, or JoliOS, on an older PC. So you can actually breathe new life into an older hardware and get better performance out of it because you have a much lighter weight operating system. And it's a modern operating system if you want to use web apps, or if you do the majority of your work on the web. So if you have an older system, it might be good for that if you're using it as just basically a web surfing device, or if you do most of your stuff on the web. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to install this on a flash drive. I'm going to install JoliOS on a flash drive, and then we're going to install it onto an older piece of hardware from the hard drive. So why don't we go to an unboxing of the flash drive I'm going to use for this. Okay, to start this process, if you want to make a bootable flash drive, you need a flash drive. So in this case, I have a PNY 2 GB USB flash drive, and I got this from eBay for a little under $9 shipped. So you can actually get it at BJ's for about $9. That's probably the cheapest I've seen it. Other places you'll get it for about, I don't know, $15, $16. So anyway, this drive, we're going to do a quick unboxing here. It's not really even a box, and I don't even know how to get this open, but I'm going to just open this up. There we go. Okay, now we're ready to install JoliOS on the flash drive. So right here is the JoliCloud.com, that's JoliCloud.com website. And if you have any questions about it, you want to try it out, you just go to this website, or like I said, if you're running Google Chrome, you can run it on the browser itself and get a feel for it. But we're going to install this on our flash drive, so we're going to go up here to the JoliOS selection here. And we're brought to this page. It says, JoliOS, bring the JoliCloud experience to your old PC. JoliOS is a free and easy way to turn any computer up to 10 years old into a cool new cloud device. Get on the web and instantly connect to all your web apps, files, and services using the computer you already own. You may never need to buy another new computer again. It's easy. Just download JoliOS. It installs in just 10 minutes. So you have an option if you want to dual boot with Windows, or if you want just JoliOS. I'm going to just use JoliOS for this demonstration here. So I'm just going to go over here and click on download. And it's downloading the ISO over here in the lower left-hand corner. I'm using Chrome here. Now, as you can see, it's taking a little time. It's a 691 megabyte file, so there's some time left on this download here. But I'm going to join back when that's done downloading and show you how to put it on your flash drive. Okay, the ISO is downloaded, and it's down here in the lower left-hand corner. Now, this is a how-to on the JoliCloud OS website, and it'll tell you how to download the ISO and make the USB key, but I'm going to show you right now. Now, we already downloaded the ISO, as I said before, and now what we need to do is download the JoliCloud USB creator. So I'm going to click on that, and it brings you to a couple of links up here. If you're using Linux, this is the link. If you're using Apple, this is the link. And if you're using Windows like I am, this is the link that you want to download. So I'm going to click on that. and it's going to download in the lower left-hand corner down here again, and this one's a lot smaller file, so it's going to take a lot less time. Only got 4 more seconds. Okay, so that's created. Now what I'm going to do, it's an exe file, so I'm going to launch that, and it's going to take me through a step-by-step process how to make this USB key. Okay, so I have my 2 GB flash drive here, and let me just open it up here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it into one of my USB ports on my PC build over here, and I'm going to load up JoliCloud onto this flash drive. Okay, we're going to step out of the screencasting program right now because it probably won't work when I'm doing all this, but so I have a JoliCloud USB Creator Setup Wizard here, so I'm just going to go through the motions on this and install this program and finish it. Now let's go back to my desktop here, and I'm just going to go to my start file down here, and I'll notice a JoliCloud USB Creator down here. So I'm going to click on that and give it my permissions. And I get this little window here. It says select the JoliCloud ISO. So I'm going to browse for that. And it should be in my downloads. And there we go. So I selected it. And then the target device is the USB flash drive that I put in, which is 2.02 gigabytes, which is drive F. Alright, so that's all correct. So the next thing I need to do is just hit create. So I'll click create, and I get a little status bar down here, and it's at 2%, 3% right now, and it's going to run through that, and it's going to install the ISO onto my flash drive. So I'll join you up when that's done. Alright, it looks like that's completed. So the next thing I'm going to have to do is take my USB flash drive and insert it into my target computer. And then what you want to do is you want to make sure when you turn the computer on that you enter the BIOS, or that the boot order considers the flash drive first or second only to a DVD CD drive. So why don't we go up to the other computer right now and get that process started. Alright, so this is the old computer that I have up here, and I'm going to install JoliCloud on it. And here is my flash drive here, and I'm just going to plug it in to one of the USB ports down here, and it's ready to go. Now what I need to do is fire up the computer and make sure I can start into the BIOS. The hard drive in there is totally wiped clean. There's nothing on it, so it's not going to boot into any operating system anyway. But what I want to do is I want to boot off of the flash drive. So let's get to it. Now I have everything hooked up to one of my dual monitors up here, and let's fire it up, and let's start up the computer. Okay, alright. It looks like it's going to boot straight off of the flash drive here. If you have any issues where it's not booting off of the flash drive, you might have to enter into your BIOS, your computer BIOS, and change the boot order. And that varies. Sometimes it's a delete key, sometimes it's an F12, sometimes it's an escape key. But you would consult the text that pops up when you're actually booting up a computer, or if you have any question, you can Google it, how to enter into the BIOS on your computer. But it looks like it's going straight into the flash drive here, so I didn't have any problems with that. And it gives me a couple of options here. Now, had I not moved the cursor on here, it would have booted straight into trying JoliOS without installing. But I moved it here, and we're going to actually install this on this computer because that is what the purpose is of this.
But if you wanted to try it, you could try it, by using this selection here. Or you could actually, like I said before, you can try it through Chrome, the browser. But we're going to install it, so we're going to click Install. Let's see how this goes. Okay, and we're greeted with an install window. It says, "Welcome, ready to install?" Once you answer a few questions, the contents of the live CD can be installed on this computer, or in this case it's a live flash drive. So you can run JoliOS 1.2 at full speed without the CD. Answering the questions should only take a few minutes. So it's just asking me what language I speak. Obviously I speak English. I'll go forward on that. This is step 1 of 7. It asks where I'm at, what time zone. I'm in the Eastern time zone of the United States, so I'm going to go forward with that. And then it says keyboard layout. I'm just going to go with the USA, which is the suggested option, and go forward. Now we're on step 4 of 7. It says this computer has no operating systems on it. Where do you want to put JoliOS 1.2? Erase and use the entire disk. That's what I'm going to do in this situation. If you're going to go for a dual boot, then you'd want to do something different, but I'm just going to use this computer as a JoliOS computer. So I'm just going to use the erase and use the entire disk option here. If you wanted to do it differently, you'd go to specify partitions manually. Now, if you do have any questions about that, I have a video up on how to dual boot a Windows PC with Windows and Ubuntu Linux. So it's going to be very similar to that. You would need to partition your hard drive or have 2 separate hard drives. But in the case of that video, I partitioned a hard drive, and one partition had Windows on it and the other partition had Ubuntu on it. So if you're interested in dual booting JoliOS with Windows, then refer back to that video, because that'll show you how to partition your drive. And then you would actually go into the specify partitions manually here and put it on the partition that you have. But like I said, for the case for this video, I'm going to use the entire drive. So it's just going to go erase and use the entire disk and go forward on this. Okay, what is your name? What name do you want to use in the login? Well, we're going to go with Tech Harvest. And that'll be our login name, and then we'll choose a password. And then what is the name of this computer? We're just going to go Tech Harvest JoliCloud. That's fine, we'll leave that. And then we're going to go forward to step 6, actually that's step 7. Ready to install. Your new operating system will now be installed with the following settings. So everything I did so far, it's just verifying here. I'm going to click on install. And here we go, 5% in. Welcome to JoliOS. Right now, JoliOS is transforming your computer into a powerful open source cloud computing platform that opens up a whole new way to experience the web. In just a few minutes, your computer will become faster, easier, and more beautiful than ever before. Now, JoliCloud, or JoliOS, is a cloud-based operating system somewhat similar to Chrome OS. Although Chrome OS currently, there's no local storage on it. It's all in the cloud. Whereas JoliCloud is a little bit of both. You have a lot of apps that are in the cloud, but you do have access to local storage on there. At least that's what I'm under the impression of. We're going to walk through the interface of JoliCloud, or JoliOS, once everything's installed on the computer here. The next thing here, it says join the sustainable computing movement. Since JoliOS is lean, powerful, and easy to use, it can be used to breathe new life into old computers up to 10 years old and turn them into cool new cloud devices. The era of sustainable computing has arrived. So this is a great thing, like I'm doing right here. This is a great option if you want to have a faster, modern operating system on an older piece of equipment. 15%, 22%. Access your JoliCloud anywhere, anytime. Did you know you can access your JoliCloud desktop from other computers as well? Like your work computer, your friend's laptop, or even your tablet. Just go to myjolicloud.com. Set this as your home page in your browser, and now you can see all of your apps, files, and friends on all your devices. So that's one of the benefits of having a cloud computer, is that you're not necessarily tied to the hardware that you're using. Next thing up, it says add tons of apps or make your own. The first thing you'll want to do when you start JoliOS is check out the built-in App Center. There you'll find thousands of apps, including your favorite web services, games, productivity tools, music, and more. You can even create your own apps in seconds and share your favorite apps with your friends. So we'll get into that once everything's installed. I'll show you the apps that are installed on the computer itself and then the apps that you can get for it. Next thing up, manage all your files in one place. If you're like most people, your files are probably spread all over the place, at home, at work, on your mobile device, or on the web. That's why JoliOS connects all of your computer files and your web files, so you can access everything in one place so you'll never forget where everything is. Now you can manage your online files side by side with all the other files on your hard drive. So we're almost there, 93% installed. Okay, the next thing here, it says share and socialize with friends. You can share everything on JoliCloud with your friends by using the built-in stream. Check it out and see what your friends are up to, even what apps they're using. JoliOS also has a built-in guest mode, so you can also share. Well, it cut me off for there. So here we go. It says installation complete. You'll need to restart the computer in order to use the new installation. So we're going to restart and we're going to see what this looks like. Alright, just remove the flash drive and press enter. Alright, it's booting right into JoliOS version 1.2 or JoliOS. Okay, access the device. I'm just going to have to enter in my username, which was Tech Harvest, and put in my password. Okay, first thing it greets you with, it says you'll need to be connected to the internet in order to continue. Now it appears that it might have access to the wireless card. I have a wireless card installed in this computer. It's not attached to my modem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and log into my wireless account, and I will meet you on the other side of that. Okay, it connected to my wireless network, which is great. I didn't have to worry about any drivers or anything like that. It recognized the wireless card right away. And I'm just going to go and click on this down here where it says I'm online right now. Okay, it says welcome to JoliCloud, your personal desktop for the cloud. Now there are two ways to log into JoliCloud. The first one is through Facebook. And so you would just use your Facebook login information to log into JoliCloud. Or you could connect to JoliCloud with a JoliCloud account. Now if you already have one of those things, you log in here. If you need to sign up for either one of those, you could sign up for Facebook or sign up for your JoliCloud account here. I really don't use Facebook personally, but I recently set up a Facebook account for my YouTube channel here at Tech Harvest. The only thing is that Facebook wouldn't allow Tech as my first name, so I had to use Tech, T-E-K, instead of T-E-C-H. So if you're interested, if you want to friend me on Facebook, I will accept all friend requests. One thing of warning, I'm not going to always check my Facebook account because that's just not, I don't have the time really to check it all the time, but I will check it periodically, and I will accept any friend request that you send me. Again, it's Tech Harvest, T-E-K, H-A-R-V-E-S-T. So look me up on Facebook if you are interested. So in this case, because I pretty much set up that Facebook account for this, I'm going to log in with my Facebook account here. So I'm going to click on this, and what I want to do is enter in my Facebook login information here. So I logged into my Facebook account, and it brings this up right here. It says associate this computer. To use JoliCloud, you need to associate this device with your account. Your settings will be synced automatically. We will take care of the system updates. We will take care of the app updates. And you're helping us make JoliCloud better. So that's fine. We're just going to associate this computer because I'm dedicating it to JoliCloud here. And it says describe your device. Well, it's a desktop. And the brand, wow, this is getting in depth here. The brand is a Lenovo. And it's a ThinkCenter. So I'll go with other. And then define it here. And then hit next. Name your computer. Choose a name for this device. It will help you identify it if you're associating more than one device on your account. I'm probably not going to have more than one JoliCloud computer or JoliCloud device, so I'll just keep my Jolly computer and hit next. Thank you. Thanks for your input. Your information will help the team improve JoliCloud. And close.